Sheriff here with Pluralsight. This module is reading publishers from a JSON configuration file. The goals for this particular module are to create a JSON configuration file that contains a list of all of the publishers. We're then going to read that JSON file in and build that list of publishers. So instead of hard coding them all like we did previously, we're now going to read which ones we want to put into that array from a configuration file. Let's get started. So far we've built everything on the right hand side. We've built our different publishers, the console logging, the local storage logging, and the web API logging. We did build our log publisher service, which has the array of publishers that we're going to publish to, but we're going to modify this slightly now so that it reads from a JSON configuration file. Inside of that file, we're going to have a logger name, the location, and whether or not it's active. We're going to build a log publisher config class that matches the structure in the JSON configuration file, and that's what will be then read in the log publisher service class. In our demo then, when we're configuring the logging, we first create the JSON file with the list of all the publishers, and we add an isActive flag to each publisher. That way you can turn these things off and on based on which ones you want to publish to. We're going to add a class to match the properties in the JSON file so we can read it in easier, and we're going to build the publishers array now from the list of active publishers in the configuration file. Let's go ahead and configure our logging using the JSON file. Our first step is to build our JSON file. Locate the assets folder underneath source, or if you don't have one, go ahead and add one now. Right mouse click and choose New File. Let's give it a name of logpublishers.json. And then inside of here is where we can create our array of objects. So each one is going to have a logger name, and then you can set whatever name you want. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of map them to the same names that I created, console, local storage, web API. Now each one, it does have a logger location. Now for console, there's nothing. We're not going to use a location. And then as I mentioned, we want to add the isActive flag as well. And I'm going to go ahead and make that one true. Then we can just copy this for each of the providers that we've created, right? So each one of those log publisher classes, we just add another one. Local storage, so if you add any additional ones, you just add them now here. And the last one we'll do will be the web API. And this is where we need to get that http:/localhost, right? And then the port number, and then /API/log. So if we go back over here to the log publishers, and we go all the way back down here, we should be able to find that particular number. And we'll replace that right there. And I'm going to leave them all true for now as active, so that we can go ahead and make sure they all work, and then we can turn them off and on selectively.
form of technology. Abstract knowledge. Value one, valid feeling, invalid feeling, pending feeling, deferred feeling, ongoing feeling, direct stand, rapid, clutch, status, unclutch, status change, value change, path, total variable difference. Okay, complete variable difference, inches, identify, and inches. And in form model the directive connected default null form tag. Do not need to add a special cluster. You optionally export the directive into local content variable. You optionally export the directive into local content variable using the form and the key and the key and my form completed. This is the optional what used to many properties from the underlying form instance are duplicated under directory itself. So refers to give new access to aggregate value and value status of the form, as well as user interfacing properties like dirty and touch. वेबसाइट वीडियो इनबिल्ट है तो कैसे डाउनलोड होता है?